and apply yung mga calculator techniques natin kung meron man, and to be familiar din na pindutin yan sa calculator natin. So let us first solve this problem. So let me read it first. So calculate the energy transfer rate across 6 inches wall of fire brick with a temperature difference across the wall of 50 Celsius degree. Thermal conductivity of the fire brick is 0.65 BTU per hour feet degree Fahrenheit at temperature of interest. So, yung problem na to, ang hinahanap ay energy transfer. But since meron tayo ditong temperature difference, so meaning heat yung hinahanap, di ba? And fire brick is a solid body, so pag meron tayong solid body, yung heat transfer na i-consider natin is conduction. So we know that heat via conduction, ang formula natin doon ay yung katex, di ba? Yung Ka times delta T over delta X. So yung K mo, yan yung 0.65. Yung A mo, yan yung area. But since dun sa units, ang sinabi naman per square meter, meaning per unit area, then 1 lang ilalagay natin dito. So sa delta T is the temperature difference. Yan yung 50 degrees. Divided by yung delta X, yung thickness ng wall, that is yung 6 inches. So pag sinubstitute natin yung mga values na yan, we will have these particular units. So take note, ang kailangan sa ating choices ay naka-SI units, so that is watts per square meter. Yung nasa solution natin is English, that is BTU per hour, feet degree Fahrenheit, then meron tayong Celsius tsaka inches. So pag i-convert nyo to ng isa-isa, medyo mahaba yon. So we will use an alternative way of converting yung ating thermal conductivity units, yung BTU per hour, feet degree Fahrenheit. So gagamit tayo ng alternative way. And in which case, ano ba sir yung alternative way? We will use a constant value for a material, yung K natin, yung steel. So for a steel, the thermal conductivity in SI is 45, while in English, yan ay 26. That's BTU per hour, 8 degree Fahrenheit. So in this way, madali nating makakonvert yung BTU per hour, feet degree Fahrenheit, into watt na agad over meter degree Celsius. So this will make, lalabas yung watts, tapos yung Celsius cancel, yung makukuha nating unit ay meters, tapos may matitira pang inches. So pag ginawa nga natin yan, magka-cancel out yung BTU per hour, 8 degree Fahrenheit, tapos yung degree Celsius. So may matitirang watt, meter, tsaka inches. So i-convert lang natin yung meter, inches into meter. So via inch muna yung gawin natin. So 1 inch is 2.54 cm. And also we know that 100 cm is 1 meter. So with this, maka-cancel out yung centimeter tsaka yung inches. Ang matitirang unit sa atin ay watt per meter squared. So tama na yung units na nasa choices natin. So sige, so compute lang natin sa calculator. So let us have yung ating values. So substitute lang natin. So by the way, always pag nagko-compute kayo, yung units nyo titingnan lagi. So since ito ay power plant, pag hindi nyo kasi tinignan yung units, medyo mahirapan tayo, lalo na kung i-identify pa natin what particular units yung kailangan ng choices natin or ng question natin. Sige, so pag na-type na, so press nyo lang equals para makuha yung decimal portion, yung quotient natin, press FD. So in this way, we determine that the heat transfer is yung letter B natin, yung 369 watt per square meter. So mabilis lang yung pag-convert pag dinaan nyo sa mga material properties with that particular units. So commonly ginagamit to kapag heat transfer. Sige, so anyway, yan yung answer natin, letter B. Sige, so another problem regarding sa conduction naman natin. So let me read first this problem. So a dry ice storage chest is a wooden box lined with glass fiber insulation 5 cm thick. The wooden box with a given K equals 0.069 is 2 cm thick and cubical 60 cm on an edge. The inside surface temperature is negative 76 degrees Celsius and the outside surface temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. So use K equals 0.035 for glass fiber insulation. So determine the heat gain per day. So naghahanap ng heat gain per day. So mini heat transfer yon. So pag meron tayong heat transfer tapos wooden box, tapos meron tayong glass fiber insulation and storage bag. So yan ay mga solid material. Yung heat transfer natin pag solid material is basically heat conduction. Pag puro solid material. And katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, sabi natin, ang heat conduction is solved by equation ng Katex, yung Ka delta T over delta X. However, dun sa problem, kung papansinin, binigyan kayo ng dalawang klase ng material, which is yun yung wooden box, lining, tapos meron siyang glass fiber insulation. So kung papansinin din sa problem, dalawa yung binigay na value ng K, yung thermal conductivity. Pag binigay, pag meron tayong maraming solid material, is compute natin yung heat of conduction, then we cannot use this anymore. Ang gagawin natin, kukunin natin yan, i-express natin yan in terms of thermal resistance. So itong K, ibababa lang dito sa ilalim. Pag plain wall pa rin to, and composite plain wall, so yung Q natin magiging area na times delta T divided by sum ng thickness over yung thermal conductivity natin. So dalawa yung material, kasi dalawa yung K, so ito-total lang natin yung dalawang yun. How about yung area natin, sir? So yung area, since ito ay cube, yung area natin is surface area ng cube. That is 6 times yung edge ng cube squared. So bakit naging 6, sir? So kung halimbawa ito yung cube natin, ano ba yung mga sides ng cube natin? So meron tayong left, meron tayong right sa kanan, meron tayong front, then yung sa likod na rear, sa rear, then meron tayong top, tsaka bottom. So in other words, sa cube, there are 6 faces. Diba? Top, bottom, dalawa na yun. Left, right, that is another 2. Front and rear, another 2. So there are 6 faces. So those are squares. Kaya multiply mo lang ng area ng square. So alam natin yung side ng cube, that is 60 centimeters. So okay ng area. Delta T, kunin lang natin difference ng temperature. So binigay naman yung dalawang temperature, kunin lang yung difference. Then dun sa ilalim naman, kukunin mo lang yung total ng quotient ng thickness divided by the thermal conductivity. So may binigay naman na thickness for glass fiber and its corresponding K. Also yung thickness ng wood ay ganun din, binigay din, tsaka yung K natin. So therefore direct sub, so Q equals yung area, 6 times yung sides, so 60 cm, gawin ng meter, so meaning divide by 100. So squared, diba? Then delta T, kunin mo lang yung difference ng temperature, divided by yung nasa ilalim, diba? So this is thickness, that is 5 centimeters, divided by K ng glass fiber, that is 0.035, then plus yung another material, which is 2 cm, times yung divided by yung ating K ng material, so 0.069. Then from that, ayusin natin yung units, kasi kung papansinin, nasalot nga yung cm, magiging square meter to. This will cancel this out. Also, since meron tayong degree Celsius and difference yan, pareho lang yan sa Kelvin. So, ang matitira ay watt tsaka cm. Papalitan natin yung cm into meters para meron tayong may tatanggal na units din. So, cancel to. Ayan. So, yung ating meter, na-cancel din to. So, saan sa rin maka-cancel? Etong value, etong unit ng K natin, that is only watt per meter Kelvin. So, dapat 1 lang to. And isa lang yung meter na ito sa ilalim. Sige, so therefore, dalawa yung meter, magiging square meter. So, yan yung ika-cancel out natin sa area. So, ang matitirang unit, pag na-convert na natin yung cm into meter, is watts na lang. However, ang unit na kailangan sa problem ay kilojoule. Ano ba yung ating kilojoule na yan? So, pag babalikan mo yung tanong, heat gain per day. So, per day, yung watts natin, that is joules per second, so naka-seconds yun. I-convert mo pa yung seconds into days. So, alam natin, 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. And since in 1 day, there are 24 hours, so 3,600, multiply lang ng 24, yun yung dami ng segundo na loob ng isang araw. Diba? So, this particular product represents the seconds in 1 day. And in that way, maka-cancel out yung seconds natin, yung watt natin magiging joules na lang. Kasi joules per second yan. So basically, maka-cancel out yung joules natin. So matitirain per day. Diba? And since ang unit natin sa choices naka-kilojoule, so ita-divide pa natin na lang 1,000. So, by the way, yung kinonvert ko dito yung watts para maging kilowatts. Tapos yung kilowatts, ginawa ko na lang kilojoule per second. So pwede din naman yun. Wala naman din problema doon. So when we do this, diba? So matitirang unit dyan, kilojoule per day. Yun ang hinahanap ng problem. Sige, so lagay lang natin yung values. So meron tayong 6 times 60. Dinabay natin ng 100. So ito yung area. Then i-multiply lang natin to sa difference ng temperature. So that's 18 minus negative 76. So divided by, this is 5, yung thickness, over yung K, that's 0.035. Plus yung K ng isa pang material, divided by 0.069 times yung conversions na nilalagay natin. So yun yung 100 para sa cm. Tapos yung 3,600, diba? Times yung 24. Ito yung sa seconds per day. Then yung para naman sa kilowatts, so i-divide mo lang ng 1,000. So in this way, mako-compute natin na units ay kilojoule per day. So therefore, yung value ng heat natin is equivalent sa 10,208.26 kilojoule per day. And the closest answer yung letter A natin.